Thank you. And I just want to address Mr. Johnson, who said you brought the receipts. Well, Mr. Johnson, I've got some receipts for you. This committee met about 2 months ago, and the chairman, who can call any person in the world who walks this earth as a witness, called this guy, who tweeted just a couple weeks before the hearing, "Fuck cops." Your witness tweeted that. Not one of you disavowed that guy. Not one of you said that was inappropriate. I was stunned that you call yourself a pro-police party and you bring a witness before us that says, "Fuck cops."
Hey everyone, welcome back to Congress Every Day. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the latest political debates, hot topics, and everything happening on Capitol Hill. Today we're diving into a fiery exchange that's been shaking up the political scene, Andy Biggs's bold criticism of the Democratic Party's stance on policing, as he goes toe-to-toe with Representative Mike Johnson and others on the issue of defunding the police. Trust me, this one is a must-watch. So, grab your popcorn and let's break this down step by step. In the latest committee meeting, Andy Biggs, a Republican from Arizona, didn't hold back. He started by going at
the backpedaling at an alarming rate from the other side. Watch out, you might fall over backwards. We have a video to play. I think this will provide some visual summation. Please.
And the police has to happen. We need to defund the police.
Mayor Eric Garcetti saying, take some of the money from policing, about $150 million.
I applaud Eric Garcetti for doing what he's done.
But we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
By going after the Democratic Party for what he sees as their lack of action when it comes to policing. Biggs called out a Democratic witness who, just weeks before the hearing, tweeted a message that was sharply critical of police. Biggs went as far as accusing the Democratic Party of not disavowing that tweet, even though the witness was invited to testify in front of Congress. This move set the stage for a fiery debate, with Biggs really putting the pressure on his colleagues across the aisle. But that wasn't all. Biggs didn't stop at just calling out a tweet. He took it a step further by asking Republican Representative Mike Johnson to disavow a fellow Republican, none other than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Greene,
Outdated, it is wrong-headed thinking to think that the only way you're going to get communities to be safe is to put more police officers on the street.
So yes, defund your butts. Defund you.
Yes, I support the reallocation of resources from NYPD.
We will be moving funding from the NYPD.
Yes, I support the defund movement. I'm for responsible reallocation of resources.
And defund the police.
I think you do all those other things, you don't need all the money that's going to the police department. So yeah, I mean, the spirit of it, I do support that.
Yeah, and a lot of us were asked if we could imagine a future without police back in 2017 when we were running for office. And I answered yes to that question.
Known for her controversial statements, has expressed support for defunding the FBI. Biggs argued that, just like the police, the FBI plays a crucial role in public safety. Biggs made it clear, if you're against defunding the police, then you need to stand firm and speak out against any moves to defund other law enforcement agencies too. His accusation was clear. Johnson's silence on Greene's stance on the FBI could be seen as complicity. Now let's get into the heart of the debate. Representative Mike Johnson, in response to Biggs's accusations, decided to roll out a video. This video featured various prominent Democrats, mayors, council members, and others.
We are going to reduce funding in the police department and redirect that money.
We propose to redirect over $7 million from the police bureau.
The police department here in Minneapolis needs to be dismantled, and we need to start anew.
In some necessary cases, completely dismantling those police forces.
Police departments are taking a sizable amount of the budget of a lot of municipalities and other entities. We need to look at those budgets, pull some of the money back.
When we talk about defunding the police, defunding the Pentagon.
My push is that we defund our police departments.
Defunding
members and others who openly supported the idea of defunding the police. Names like Eric Garcetti, former mayor of Los Angeles, and officials from Minneapolis were shown discussing how they believe police budgets should be reduced and funds reallocated to other community initiatives. The video was clear. Many Democrats are backing the defund the police movement, pushing for a shift in how resources are used to ensure public safety. Biggs wasn't shy about pointing out what he sees as hypocrisy in the left's position. He argued that while some on the left are calling for the dismantling of police departments and slashing their budgets, they still claim to support law enforcement. He pointed out the inconsistencies in the messaging, particularly when Democrats say they want to reduce crime but simultaneously support policy.
Means defunding police. If these reports are accurate, then these proposed cuts to the NYPD budget are a disingenuous illusion. This is not a victory. The freshman Democrat adding, the fight to defund policing will continue.
Mr. Chairman, I also have several articles that I would like to submit for the record. Instead of reading all the titles, I'll just provide those to you, if that's okay.
Without objection.
And I'll yield back to the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Klein.
Would the gentleman yield?
Yield to the chair.
Yeah, I would just say, in response to the gentleman from California, of course we disavow that tweet. That is obvious, and if we'd have known that individual had that tweet out there, I doubt if he'd have been invited as a witness. With that, I yield back to the gentleman from Virginia.
Support policies that could undermine law enforcement's ability to do their job effectively. As the hearing concluded, both sides had their say. Reverend Johnson responded by disavowing the controversial tweet that had sparked much of the conversation. However, he stuck to his guns when it came to the broader issue of defunding the police, reiterating his support for funding law enforcement and making sure they have the resources they need. The tension was palpable, and it's clear that this debate is far from over. Will the GOP and Democrats ever see eye to eye on policing? Only time will tell. So, what do you think about this heated debate? Should the police be defunded, or do we need to invest more in law enforcement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing what you think. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I've got more content coming your way soon, so stay tuned.